Are you going to share, Shireen, your screen?
Yep. Do you see it?
Yep, thank you.
Okay.
I guess we can get started. We don't have a lot today. This is Thursday, December 11th, the Content Managers meeting. And we have a short agenda today, just our usual bug fixes and enhancements. And so Shireen has a demonstration, a content gardening project update, some training opportunities, and an update on the accessibility project from Todd, and then questions and answers. So for the bug fixes and enhancements, it was just a few bug fixes this week, or the last 2 weeks. Go ahead, Shireen. And some of these you may not have noticed because they were just odd things that were found by me or Shireen or someone else. The font size, if you created a statistic, micro content, and you added a link within that statistic text, the the words that were the link were bigger font than the rest of it. So that's been fixed. If you use topics pages on your website, many of those topics pages had duplicate topics in them. Those pages basically grab the taxonomy terms, your main taxonomy terms, and but I don't know why it was duplicate. I mean, there was doubles and triples on some of those pages, so that's been fixed. And this was a good one. The accordion title field has been expanded to allow for 160 characters. That was always a definite deterrent in creating our titles. And Shireen has a demo.
Okay, so for today's just demonstration, there is the bulk documents replace feature now available. Let me share a different screen. Hold on. Give me a second. What is this one? This one. Here we go. Okay. Get out of the move. Okay. So here is nope, it's not there. If you want to find the training for this, I do have it linked, but you can just go to training and then just go to how do I. It's a lot easier doing it this way. And right here, how do I work with bulk documents? With bulk documents, of course, we have an explanation here, but basically the gist of it is your document file name, not this up here, but your file name needs to also match that same document file so that you can bulk upload the new ones, if that makes sense. Don't change the file name. Download the files, fix them, and then bulk upload them. And that's how it does. That's it. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. It's like Groot. Don't press that button. But yeah, that's the biggest demonstration that I have so far. They don't have like a bulk upload. I don't think they trust us yet with that because we keep breaking stuff. But other than that, wait, where's the screen at? Hold on. Here we are. But other than that, we will have the link to this documentation also in this slide and in the training page past monthly manager meeting section. And of course, we also have our YouTube page linked and training course and support open office hours, as well as accessibility training. And yes, I'll let Susan take over from, is it yours or is it Todd's next? Let me see. Oh, no. Okay. Your turn, Susan. All right. You're muted.
I see that. Just a quick update on content gardening. The workforce development and DOE completed this week, and I think they may have a little more to do with Francis on that. And then there's breathing room until we think until March, but we'll see if we get going before that. And the orphan files removal is ongoing. I'm sure a lot of you got those emails this week and last week to with spreadsheets to determine which files should be removed or that you needed to keep. And I think Todd is next. Oh, housekeeping trainings in December. Sorry, Todd. Don't forget the weekly office hours for MSF and W, but actually they're done for the year now. They won't be back until January 7th. And Shreen's content manager's office hours. And we have some Qualtrics open office hours also for the rest of December. And if you need to submit a Service Desk Plus ticket, which we appreciate if you do for almost any question or problem that you have, because it's just easier for us to keep track of what we're doing and who's doing what. And now it's Todd's update.
Hey, that's mine. Awesome. All right. So again, with the inventories, I think that Natalie will be sending out an email shortly if she hasn't already. We're really pushing to get a firm understanding of how many documents you're going to want to send out to Alliant for remediation. With the deadlines coming in April and there's other things on the fire, we want to get our ducks in a row. We want to make sure that Alliant has the sufficient runway to take the plane off and land it safely before April. We are now starting, the apps next. So basically make sure you've got your inventories out there. Please get through them. Remember, you're going to remove, you're going to archive, you're going to convert, or you're going to remediate. Some of you are going to remediate your docs on your own. Even on those, if you'd like to send a few through as a sample, as a verification through to Alliant, that'd be good. You do not have to be 100% done to send in. Most of our agencies with any size inventories at all are doing 2 or 3 or 4 different SOWs. That's okay. Alliant is actually used to getting documents even one at a time, and with a lot of their customers. So, right. So the next part from the doc remediation is your agency considering common look license. You've probably heard by now the rumor that we probably aren't going to send as many docs for remediation as initially thought. My project should have budget. We're considering strongly buying the 1-year licenses, several of them, in fact, enough to be able to distribute some to every agency. This should be able to get us into the best pricing tier. So if your agency is considering common look licenses, it would be nice to go together and do that initial purchase as one purchase and make sure we get as good a discount as we can. This is a volume deal. Once we get that finalized, I'll have more to go on that. But if you're not sure what the common look licenses are, ping me, hit me up. We've done some demonstrations earlier in the year, etc. For the application assessments, we do have finally 2 SOWs drafted. The first one has gone through legal and security. They're looking at responses to their initial red lines, and we're hopefully going to have that signed within the next week or two. There's about 200 applications that are in that first batch. We continue to find more applications. Right now, I thought there was another 200 to assess, but it could be as many as 400. So we are going to be hard pressed to get through all of those assessments between now and April. But we're working with the vendor. They've been very flexible. They're putting more people on staff and dedicating a team to doing these assessments. These are high-level assessments. Think of them as a health assessment, right? What you're going to get back from these is a red, yellow, green assessment of the accessibility of an application, as well as like big picture. Here's like the overall themes, what they see, where we have areas of concern, and you'll get a estimate for what a detailed assessment will cost. We're going to be stressing that when you open up a new application for remediation, for changes, you should be considering very strongly having a detailed assessment done for that application. We are strongly recommending that before the application is turned out to production, that you have an ACR or a VPAT completed for that application. If you don't know what those are, reach out. We can talk about those more. There is on my webpage, which you'll see in a few minutes, there are some definitions of those. So again, you've got agencies have inventories out there in the SharePoint site. They should be looking at. Your ETO should be helping you. If you see something missing, or if you see something that's been retired, it's on the list, please let us know. Any questions, concerns, comments on the assessments? There is the SharePoint site. If you click on that FAQ when you get out there, there are a lot of the things I talk about, including what an ACR VPAT is. Those other links are, a lot of them are out there to go out and look at what other states are doing. If you were scrolling down that page, you'd see other things about the laws and the deadlines. If you have questions about specific things, there's a lot of links out there. And I think that's the last one for me. Yep. You guys are awfully quiet. No questions, comments, or concerns.
Anybody have any questions? Anything we can help you with?
Everybody wants to get to lunch, apparently.
I think so. Well, that was a quick one today. Thanks everybody for attending. And we'll see you in the new year.
I am too. I am anxious to come to work as well.